Hey guys, it's Michael Griswold. After a breakup, a lot of times people talk about the surface things, right? They talk about what it's like to be without that person, how much you miss them, and how much you wish that you could be back together with them. But what about what I call the darker side of the breakup? What about those nights that you spend staring at the ceiling? That incurable knot in your stomach, and the question that keeps haunting you, what's wrong with me? Why can't I get it right? You look around at all your friends and you see them seemingly to do great, and you think, what's wrong with me? Well, in this video, I want to tell you a story about that because I want to help you know that you're not alone, that you're not crazy, though you feel like you are going crazy at times, and that though you may be at a down point, you can get the help of someone who's been there, and I can walk you through it so that not only will this be okay, but this really can turn around to be a real turning point for you in your relationships. I know that that was the case for me. So listen, after my girlfriend broke up with me, I did a lot of things that were really embarrassing. I called her 27 times in a row once while she was on a date with another guy. I showed up at her house, knocking on the door, just really was completely out of control. I would lay in bed at night and imagine her being out with someone else. And I literally thought that I was going to go crazy. Now, at the time, I felt very isolated. I felt very alone because I thought, nobody acts like this. Nobody has these thoughts. And after spending the last couple of years helping people in that same situation, I realized that that's a lot of the way that a lot of people feel. So first, I want you to know that you're not alone, that this isn't unique to you, and you're not crazy. And as bad as it feels right now, as much guilt and as much regret that you're going through, there is a way out, and there is a way to turn everything around. After I ended up getting my girlfriend back, using the very same techniques that I share with you in the M3 system, I realized that no matter how bad a relationship is, if you have the decisiveness, the commitment, and the know-how, you can really recreate whatever relationship that you want. And that's why I put together the M3 system. I put it together mainly to empower people like you so that you don't have to spend your night staring at the ceiling wondering if you're losing your mind. Instead, to give you power back, to give you confidence back, and you can feel, once again, like you are the one in control. So that you can look back on today, while you're watching this video now, as the day that everything changed for you, where you finally decided to have the courage to take action. Now listen, when I was in your situation, it took a lot of courage for me to do something different, right? I was so afraid of trying anything because I was afraid it would just end in failure again. And taking another rejection seemed insurmountable. Like if I heard her say no, or reject my call, or not return my text one more time, I thought that my worth was as low as it could be. But let me tell you from experience that taking action is the only thing that changed anything. All of my tears, all the nights that I spent literally crying myself to sleep, beating myself up, condemning myself for doing such a bad job, for being such a bad boyfriend, for taking it for granted, none of that did anything except made me feel like absolute shit. It wasn't until I took action that things began to change, and she sent me a text message that invited me to come over that ended with us having a remarkable time together. I show you how I do all of that, how I did all that, and how thousands of other people have done the same thing by using the M3 system. I'd like you to try it out. I'd like you to give it a shot and see for yourself the power that you feel, the way that you let that guilt and that regret and that self-incrimination go, and instead go back to being the person that your ex fell in love with to begin with. It's really quite easy once you get someone to guide you through it. And I consider it my privilege to be able to do that. I've for a long time thought that the greatest thing we can do is to be an ingredient in someone else's happiness. And that's what I'd like to do for you. I'd be delighted for you to try out the M3 system, give it a fair chance, give yourself a fair chance, and then to be able to tell me how well it worked for you. How, though things were rocky, things are so much better now, and you are full of love, and your ex is full of love for you. And most importantly, I want to give you the courage and the confidence to know, beyond a shadow of a doubt, that no matter what relationships bring you, because there are going to be ups and downs, you are equipped to know how to handle it. A lot of times relationships fail because people have never been trained. Nobody teaches you how to be a great boyfriend or a great girlfriend, a great husband or a wife. We learn it through trial and error. And that's why I've taken all of my errors and all of the trial and error and put it together, erased all the things that didn't work, and put together a system that does work for you so that you can have a real template and a guide to guide you. So won't you click on the link below so that you can erase once and for all, vanish that cloud of guilt like fog on a summer day. Get rid of that gravel in your mouth and that stabbing feeling in your stomach, and instead be on the road to power, confidence, and passionate fulfillment in your relationship. It all awaits you simply by clicking the link below and taking a try of the M3 system for yourself. My name is Michael Griswold, and instead of spending the night tonight beating yourself up, thinking about what your ex is doing, who they're with, click on the link below so that you can be empowered to make the relationship that you want work for you. My name is Michael Griswold, and I look forward to seeing you inside the members area. Good luck.